What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Redstone, well, a Redstone testing world, not my testing world, but we started a new one for this project today. Anyways, today we're going to go over some clocks that you need to know, and also a couple clocks that were asked of me by request. And so let's get into that today. So here's some old school clocks right here and right here, and as you can see, if we put redstone dust right here, it's loud and obnoxious and almost too fast to be useful for much. Although we can we place that there, it never depowers. But if we were to place a dropper or dispenser or something like that, it'd just go ham. So let's get rid of that before it annoys us. This and this were the fastest clocks in the game at one point in time, and then this here is supposed to be faster than that. I don't really know that it is. Let's look. Yep, still too fast to do anything. Put that back. However, if we put a clock there, yep, still too fast. Pretty fast clock itself, just facing the observers together. This one loops them together. This here, yep, let's see. That one will at least flicker. So all these observer ones are faster. Alright, then we move on to this vertical clock here, which is just a torch and repeater. You can set it all the way up to 4 ticks. 1 tick, it still works there, but it'll eventually burn out on 1 tick, as you can see. So 3 ticks is as fast as that one can be, with the torch being a tick. Same thing here with a horizontal version, and then also with this same design you can add more torches. Same thing with the horizontal version. Then we have hopper clocks, and I think it takes 4 ticks for an item to move from one hopper to the other. So 1 hopper there, 1 hopper back. So like 8 ticks to move your item back and forth. So you got an 8 tick pulse there. Well, 8 tick delay. This one here is even slower because you got 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So like 16 tick delay. This one here is very, very slow. This works off a fading comparator, like you put the signal in and then these subtract from one another until the end there. Pretty decent. That's good for mob crushers and things like that. Then we move on to the etho hopper clock, which is something that you should know if you're a redstoner. And basically items move from one hopper to the other, and when they move all the way out, then the mechanism will switch, because these will try to power and depower at the same time, and because this one has to retract, it allows this one to extend because it can't extend and retract at the same time. Then this is Seth Bling's version of that, I believe. I don't know who came up with which first, but basically it's this here, which makes this even longer. So that being said, this clock here can be up to 4 minutes and 16 seconds, I believe, and this one's somewhere around 8 minutes. I need to fix that. This one works somewhere around 8 minutes when it's filled. Alright, so let's move into the section. Well, let me explain this one right here. Take the signal out, it powers this one so that nothing can move from here, but it'll be put in there. And it works that way all the way around. So whichever one's got the comparator signal out is the one that's getting filled up, and then its neighbor here that was locked can't take any items so that it fills up. And so that's how that works. And alright, let's move on to this. This clock is the ultimate and delay. As you can put the 4 minutes and 16 seconds over here to manipulate this. So every 4 minutes and 16 seconds, an item will move from one dropper to the other. And obviously this redstone block is to lock the dropper that we don't want items moved from. And so say we got 5 items in there, 6 items in total. You could run this thing 4 minutes and 16 seconds times 6. That would give you your time. But the thing of it is that you can fill this all the way up to the brim like that, and then you've got 9 times 64 times 4 minutes and 16 seconds, which is like up to 80 hours, I believe. Alright, the other thing we want to look at here, these are the clocks that I made by request. This one I didn't, but this is the basis of the mechanic of those two. This is a 5-minute clock, exactly 5 minutes, and it works off the basis of items despawning. So as soon as this item despawns, another one will immediately be shot out, maybe a tick later. So over 5 minutes you might lose a tenth of a second. So it's pretty accurate to that 5 minutes. And then this one is designed so that we could get 10 minutes here, output being this repeater here. And so basically it works off the same mechanic. Item despawn. I never did add an item in there, did I? So let's just drop one in there, and we can see what's going on here. Alright, this is a dispenser which has a water bucket in it, and the water is actually dispensed below, as you can tell. So every time an item comes through, it changes states. So the next item that comes through will retract the water and bring it back into the dispenser, which will send a signal strength of 2, which will wrap around here and actually work this guy here. And this is not working correctly because I forgot to put it on subtract and to put a block in there. So alright, when the water is out, the signal strength won't be strong enough to come around here because we're subtracting from this furnace, which has an item in it. So one item in the furnace will be the signal strength of 1, and the biggest we're going to get from a water bucket is a signal strength of 2. As you can see, it changed states right there and powered this, and we got a signal through this repeater there on the end. That'll change again and put the water back out, and then the signal won't reach here, and this will fall again, being ready to send a signal back through here. So we only get a power signal every time this activates twice. Now that's a 10-minute clock and a 20-minute clock here. We have this set up so that this is the very same mechanism as that, only it requires 4 times to activate before we get a signal. And so what happens here is this will fire and retract the water, and this piston here, this monostable circuit, which is kind of like a double monostable circuit in a way, because an observer block is a monostable, and with it raised up it can't power anything, so when it comes back down it still won't power anything, and the block will stay here. So the next time around when it's powered again, it'll then be pushed out to here, and the process will repeat again, and then it'll drop, and nothing will happen, and then it'll raise back up, and then it'll be retracted, then again sending a signal again, and should be around very close to 20 minutes because we got the length of 4 items despawning. So it's actually going to be like 20 minutes plus maybe a second in total. And so yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will go ahead and let you guys screenshot this right here and see exactly how that works, and we can go ahead and build it. So we're going to have to put a L shape. Well, let's just put two like that, and then we're going to put a dropper right there and break that out and put a torch underneath. Get your pressure plate right here, and you're going to go dig down underneath and put your dispenser right there, facing downwards, and then you need a water bucket. Then you can leave one gap down there for the water. Then you're going to need a comparator that way, and this way. Go ahead and add a block here, and then get in the aesthetic section of the creative menu, put a furnace down and put one item inside, and then right here right click and put that on subtraction. We're going to have to place a block there with a redstone dust right there. Then we need a piston, just like so. Put a block on there, and then this should be good for your 10-minute clock like that, with the exception of putting the glass in here like you need to do to keep the items from being picked up by a player. Now, if you wanted to turn this into the 20-minute clock, all you're going to need is a observer and a sticky piston and redstone block. Place a block in there and your repeater right there. Now that should be a 20-minute clock. Well, anyways, guys, hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And as always, guys, happy Minecrafting. We'll see you later. Don't forget to leave suggestions down in the comment box either. If you want to see something built, I would love to take a crack at what you've got in mind. But anyways, guys, we will see you later. Bye-bye.